Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat, joined by Ollie. Ollie Cat's here today. He's come and wants his pettins. Yes, he wants his pettins. So he's getting his pettins. Yes, we have the kitty. He's here. Oh boy. Welcome to the stream. Today is Sunday. Not today, Saturday. Sunday! September 29th, 2024. We are ideally going to be finishing the hard scenario today by working on and completing the final task of the game. So I would like to just get into it, I suppose, because this is the last one. There's nothing to really update you about, frankly. I still am playing Astronauts. Started a new character, but that was about it. So that I could, do things with a better understanding of the game's mechanics at the beginning of the game. That's why I started a new character. And I downloaded a mod, set of 3 mods actually, that let you better customize your character at the beginning of the game. Removes the randomness, lets you pick and choose like what adventures you get in character creation. It just lets you tune your character how you would like your character to be. And yes, it's exceedingly overpowered. But, I don't want to get screwed in character creation and, feel like my time has been wasted, So, I'd rather have that than random. Getting my butt handed to me through randomness and get an experience that I don't want out of the game. So, yeah. That was that. Oh, yeah, and I joined the official Discord, immediately found some solutions to problems that I didn't know that I had that I actually had. Like bugs in the game. A particular one where if you are well rested, and then the well rested clears from your character, it doesn't remove a bonus. It doesn't just remove a bonus to your work speed. It also gives you a penalty to your work speed that doesn't go away ever. That must be removed by console command. Yeah, that was a thing, and is a thing that you have to do every time if you are ever well rested. That once it drops off, your character just will be permanently slowed down by over 30%. Both movement speed and working speed. It's okay, that's not good. But anyway, yeah, Shapez. We are continuing. We are playing task 36, our final task of this scenario. One of these days I think I will record Astronauts or stream it, but not today. That day is not today. For today, we are, in fact, finishing our hard scenario, and then when we next meet, starting the hex scenario. We'll be working with hexagons starting Tuesday. So I just want to make clear that we're going to get through task 36, which is this set of tasks here on the left. This top one is what we're looking at here. It is the final item that we made for task 35. I believe that it is the correct item for task 35. It has the pins on the bottom that aren't replaced by the white crystal on layer 3. That was the biggie with that at the end of last stream, was realizing, oh, actually, We need a little bit more added to this. An extra set of sacrificial shapes just to block the white on layer 3, because it's all going to get swapped into place in the end. Yeah. Yep. So this last task, I have a general idea as to the logic of this. Also, I need to enable cat. There's cat. Hello, cat. Well, welcome, cat, to the stream. Hello, Mr. Grooming. Mr. Ollie Cat. He's a groomies. He's lickies. Where are we going to do this? A, and B, what's it going to involve? Just overall. It would be nice to use the circles and squares. This is done, right? Over here, whatever this was making. What were you making? That. Yeah, we're done with that. That's not a milestone. It's bringing in circles and squares. It has access to absolute tons and tons Where is Streamlabs? Or where is Nightbot? Hello? Users in chat. Nightbot is here, and yet it didn't do its thing. Weird. Still. Bandbot. Ah, boy, on Twitch. Let's see. Let's see. So this has like double the throughput of the individual colors available, potentially. Although I would need green and blue in the beginning, and access to red. So I think I'm gonna take that, delete it, and we're gonna start anew. Sort of like that. Okay. Now what? What were you making? That thing. I don't need that thing anymore either. So this green line doesn't need to exist. We have an operator level. Top 5%. Not like that matters at all, but we're top 5%. Okay, where... Oh, there's no squares mining. Okay. Sure. Mine. Squares. Bring them that way. It's 2 off, right? It's 1 off. Okay. Step 1. What do we need? just for step 1. We need yellow, green, and red. Ugh. Really? Alright, so there's green and red. Those are entire space pipes full of them, which means I can output, what is it? Three times. I can output 3 times per color per tier into here to get the full throughput out of it. I don't think I'll need that much, but I'll need some. Okay, let's get a train stop going here. Unloading 4 wagons. We'll see how much color I end up needing later, as I may need to rerun this. Those were shape unloaders. I need fluid unloaders. At least they replace in place. Hey, has there been an update since I last showed up? No. So that's actually been the case the whole time. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a faster place. Always learning new things. Yeah, it's my boy, my cute kitty. Resting. Groomies. Yes, groomies. Nice and pretty. Making himself nice and pretty. Okay, we're gonna need to make this like shield shape again. I do have places where I can directly mine that shape. The problem is then at the end I have to like change what I'm working with. And it would be better really to work in halves for this particular shape anyway. Yeah, it's better to work in halves, I think, for this. I think that I'm going to trim that off so that I can... Really? You can't underneath E2? You can't underneath 2? Can you underneath 1? Yes, you can underneath 1. Easier to run this over like this. So I'm going to go in this middle area, right in here. Send it down for coloring yellow. And I'll need the red brought in. Which one's red? I think it's this bottom one. So red will come in there. I guess I'll also bring the circles and do the red colored quarter up here. So give me painting. So that'll make blue or red circles that will need to be cut into quarters. Quad cutting. Cutting quads, yes. Now that gives me 4 belts of red circles. Red quad cut circles. I'm gonna have to do a... No, I don't have to do a swap. I can just crystallize at the end. Green crystals at the very end. So it's just a matter of making the yellow layer 1, stacking on the corner here, and then crystallizing. Okay. So for this thing, it is swap once. Do I not have just a blueprint for swapping? Yeah. Let's do it there. I'm using that one. See? There it is. Just a simple swap. Of course, from this orientation, it's upside down. But I just need to take that and currently paint it yellow. I guess I'll bring it up. Painting. Now this whole thing's likely gonna have to get completely redone as I go along here. Because I am going to need to do this as halves. And like swap halves and all that. It's gonna get a little intensive, I think. Especially on the sacrificial stuff. It's also going to involve breaking the green. I'll have to break the green. I'll have to have a crystal that then breaks. But ding! Ah, we got our 10,000 on number 35, so that's now finished. Okay, these... can go up, and then I need to stack. Linear. a little less width overall, but it is longer. What is my rotation here? Oh yeah, and of course I'm outputting that way, not that way. I need this stacked on this corner. Currently, those are not correctly rotated. I'll need to rotate this then. Which way? That way? I think that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Then crystallize green, which, where will I crystallize? I guess over here. Yeah, getting the outputs is a little annoying. That'll do. So then... Yep, that's that. So that is the current intended shape. Now, to get this sent to the vortex. Wagons. It doesn't matter the color. Because it's all going to go straight to the vortex and then not return. From there, if it was a train delivering to another station that would then come back, yeah, it would matter, but not like this. So that's just the first task of this, with nice little green crystals. The next part wants me to stack on a white circle with a gray half circle. Okay. So, painting. Linear. You know what? Yes, sure. Do that thing. I was going to jump the other way, but this works better. White. Alright, that makes those. And then I need to cut. Cut and stack. Whoops. Stacking. Oof. Now to get that over here. Humma. Autosave. Easy. One of the great things about the lifts is that they can turn 180 in a single square, so you can do exactly what's done here. Where you're taking two inputs and then running the result back a tile. Claim that. 83, top 4.8%. This will work fine. Oh, I guess I should check the rotation, huh? So if those are like that, and those are like that, we are already in the correct rotation. And that is nice. Gee, I was about to run that on layer 2 rather than layer 3. Alright. So that's the next step taken care of. So all I need to do now is, well, wait for 9,000 to accrue. We're already on, I think that's number 3. Yes, that looks like it's number 3 on its way. So, you know, it's a bit of time left. There's the next one. That'll be number 4 of 9. So, with task 2 done, task 3 wants a cut and crystallize, and I'm going to need blue as blue. I'm going to want it to be this full thing of the blue, if at all possible. That'll do it. Yeah, I'll bring it in there. So what's going to be a bit sucky with this is the idea that I have to do this twice. And I will definitely need more circles. And so it's not this that's the problem. This is relatively simple. In fact, they give you a hint with this gray piece here that you could crystallize this thing blue and then cut it in half. And that would leave you with the half that you would need for this step. The issue is then this. The mirror is the following shape. So unless you want to do exactly what you just did a second time with the mirrored piece, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that, because yes, it's completely viable. I could mirror it and then swap. I could like do all of the work involved in making the one half to make the other half, and then swap them into place. Or we could try to figure out how would one do this in place. To actually end up with this as a resultant piece. The issue is that if we don't have this gray piece here and we run the blue first, the blue crystal first, we do that, we get the half blue crystal, we can then cut and it will remove just the green and not the blue. But if we have a full blue on top, well, then it removes the blue, so you have to not have the blue. But if you try to do the blue after, it will fill the missing green. Like if you try to do the blue last, it just fills the gap. Oh, just barely felt that one coming in time. Now, the question becomes... I don't think that this tile of green matters. So this tile, if this tile was the red instead of the green, that would make this marginally easier. I wouldn't have to redo twice the work to get here. I would need more quarters. In fact, I wouldn't need quarters, I would need halves. Basically, I would need to paint another... I need to do another one of these. It'd be another one of these with another circle, which I think... this one is open. And rather than cut into quads, it would be sets that are just cutting in half. So this part of it which I'll go ahead and do now in preparation. It'll still get stacked on here and it'll still go through the crystallization, once we get to that step anyway, which is all the way down here and beyond. Now the question is, what the hell do I do about this? Also, I think... yeah, the last piece is already on its way, so I can modify this now. Another operator level. Okay, that's done. Next is this. I need to accrue 12,000 of this. Anyway, let's set up the crystallizer lines. On the blue. Yeah, I think I'm gonna reroute it down here. And I have a reason for that. Right, and it'll need to be cut. And I won't know about rotation stuff until after I do this. Sigh. While you do this. So, I do have this. I'm gonna probably do it like this. Because I'm gonna need 2 of it. Wait, no. This comes first. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? This comes first. Oh my. So I'm building this with this part in mind. The last step, oh god, that's gonna need some other modifications entirely. Ah, goodness. That's gonna be something else. Something else completely. Maybe I can do a swap. I don't think so, though. Either way, the blue is replaced with purple. But I'm thinking about this task and how I'm doing this task. And this needs 4 belts worth of blue. If running this pipe seems tedious, that's because it is. Alright. You go there. Layer 3 pipe can go away. Alright, there's all the blue. That'll need to be replaced with purple. In fact, it'll need to be replaced with that much purple. Oh god, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. There. That'll unload only magenta. Whoops. And then I'll just replace the blue with the magenta from here. Well, that has been a bit quicker than I was expecting. I think that I'm going to split one belt so I can look at the mechanics here. So right now it's going to do that, which means that for now those will be voided. And we'll go in there. And that's going to give me Oh. What? I'm missing something here. Oh, right. It does want me to crystallize first, I think. Now let's trash that stuff. So I end up with that, and then when I cut, that's what I end up with. What is the other side? That. Now, which that is the piece that I will need for the next step. They really are going to make me have to do this twice. That is messed up. There has got to be another way. So if I have a half where the blue is oriented south, and another half where the blue is oriented north. So say I have this half here, where the other half is 4 layers of trash, so that when I crystallize on layer 4, it's just blue. And then on the other second piece, the north side of the piece, if I have the yellow, a green, full piece with trash on layer 1, 3, and 4 on the south half, and the north half has the white and the blue crystal, the white circle with blue crystal. If I then swap north-south, swapping the trash of the north and the south, it would break the green crystal here on layer 2. And this half would cleanly swap in to the north half with its broken green crystal. Yeah, so I now know how I'm going to do this. It is a little different from the previous task. It may not be the intended way, but it's going to be the way that I do it. So the edits I will need to make this task happen, that will be different from this task, is that I will need more trash. I will need more trash. I will still need red halves. I'll need 4 belts of red halves. That's still the same. They will still be placed like this. However, I'll need to do further processing here, because I'm only going to green crystal the semicircle side. In fact, I guess I could cut here, actually, and stack red semicircles on the square side and send the... Oh, but yeah, that needs to be, yeah, crystallized and then the white stacked on top. This thing needs to be white halves without the gray piece. So this will need to be fully changed. I have the white full circles as full circles with the gray half circles. I need to get rid of the gray half circles. Those are going to be replaced with other trash. Oh yeah, I'm going to need a trash on layer 1. Before the green crystallizing on this north side. I mean, the south piece just needs like a 4 stack of semicircles. I'll need a 4 stack of semicircles here for the south side to get that half blue. the north side on the north's south side needs a trash on layer 1 just to fill its spot. I mean, does it really though? Could it be a green crystal? Because it's all gonna break in the end anyway. So I probably don't even need that. I'll need trash, 2 layers of trash on layers 3 and 4 on the south side, on top of the green crystal from layer 2, to stack on the white semicircle and then crystallize with that white semicircle with the blue to get the blue crystal semicircle. And then it's swap north and south. The final one, though, is a little yikers. That's a little yikes. I'll need to experiment a little bit with this one. If I rotate one side 90 degrees and then swap, it might give me what I need. But then I need to plan the magenta for that 90-degree swap, or that rotation to swap. Anyway, that's done. Oh yeah. So now it's trim. Oh, wait. Whoops. Okay, that gives what I need. So yeah, that is that. Alright. So now I'm thinking about this. I want to play a little bit with this. This? No, it's not this. I want to play around a little bit with, let's say this guy. That's what I thought. Ah. There we go. So that'll give me the layer 1 and the layer 2. The question is, What do I need to make for layer 3, or for layer 4? What do I need to make for layer 4? So it's just the purple here and the purple here. If I took this and crystallized that, I think I can show this better over here. Now imagine that blue is purple. Unfortunately, this is half the throughput as currently designed. So, in order to improve the throughput, I'm going to have to make a few changes. Or add junk into the mix. Effectively, I want this entire left half to be junk. With like 2 different belts of input going into the system, so that this left half is only junk, if at all possible. In fact, it'll ideally, I think, have gaps. Ideally. So it sends the right side to the left. Goodness gracious. Unfortunately, I think I would need to crystallize the green twice. I think I need this twice. Yeah. I mean, I could just call it a day there, swap blue to purple, and be like, okay, we've got 2 belts, we're done. But I want 4. I want 4, and we have more than half the stream left to go today. So, anyway, I've figured out the logic for the final step. And I know now the logic for the step before that. Sort of what I want to do with that. Kinda. I think. Maybe. Or not. How much effort is going to be involved with that? I was talking about doing a north-south. You know, it's possible I can do it from that. From the halves that lead to this, I think I might be able to get this just through rotation, but I'll test it. And then it could just be a rotate swap with blue, purple instead of blue. For now, though, just waiting on the trains. We've got one brick there, another one. Should be on its way, yeah, so that's 6 and 7. 7, it's on its way. Well, it's solved, I think. But I am going to need garbage, so give me garbage. Autosave is autosaving. No, just 2. So this being trash, it doesn't really matter what's what. It's going to get cut in half, and that's going to be 4 belts. This is for specifically or I guess I should say for the north side of this. It will get stacked on to the bottom. And that will give me the ability to crystallize a half blue on the top of it. So I'll end up with the 2 squares with the half blue, the 2 reds, and the 2 white half circles, with the other half being trash. It's this part that's a little bit more involved, because the first thing I'll need to do is stack this, or is attach the trash bottom layer. So I'll need to attach a trash bottom layer and then have a stacked piece that'll go on top of a green crystal layer. So for this process, I will need even more stuff. Yeah, that's just gonna give me one part of it. Autosave. So I still need 2 more belts. Cut in half and swapped into the yellow bottom parts over here. I am fine with doing this painting first and then recutting. That saves on some ink. But I am going to need to cut that. All 4 lines. This is not a great place to do 4 lines of cutting. This is not how this is supposed to be designed. Unfortunate. That previous design was if everything was the same, but it matters with this one. Oh, I've got a Dolly. Hello, Dolly. Yeah, the baby girl. She's here. Now we've got the girly. Yeah, the baby Dolly. The big fluffs. There's our long hair kitty. Yeah, there's our long hair kitty. How's that baby girl? Yeah. Oh, that cutie girly. Yes, hello. And welcome to what will be the final stream of this particular scenario. At least I hope so. Next time we'll start a new, more difficult, quote-unquote, scenario with hexes. Yeah, oh. Oh, hello, baby. Big floofer. There's that floofy girly. We already saw Ollie. We saw the boy, the short-haired boy. Now we got the girly. She doesn't show up as often. She doesn't show up not as often. Oh, look. Another bot. Why is Streamlabs not doing its thing? Oh, and now she's Groomies. Because of course, Kitty will be Groomies on the chair. Or on the desk, excuse me. Okay, that is done, and we are currently working on the process involved in making this next thing. Okay, step 1 is stop sending that down as is. That's my alarm indicating that I am now halfway through today's stream. Shocking, I know. I will finish this. Without question. I am actually cutting correctly. For once. Alright. Now, I also need that to stop. Go ahead and hit I on that. Oh, you're leaving already? Alright, she's left already. Dolly doesn't spend too much time around here. I should probably pre-rotate those, but whatever. So for this, also I need to adjust this mess too. I don't need these anymore. I don't need this stacking at all. Yeah, that is no longer required. No, what I need is for these to get cut in half. And also this stuff isn't going to go get crystallized. This isn't the thing that'll be crystallized. That's going to be the other half. These are getting further stacked with the white halves. Right, it's going to be getting tight, but whatever. Right. Okay. Alright, cut those white pieces in half. Oddly enough, now I can actually use this. Because that is what this is intended for. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna end up with a bunch of halves of the white. Not what I need over here. Well, we'll see. Those are going to be the squares, okay. I'm going to send the squares out. That away. I could stack the triple trash or the quad trash halves first. What are my thoughts about doing that way? Nah. It's fine, it doesn't matter. So... rotation. Oh, wait, no. It's already rotating. Is it rotating the correct direction? Nope. That's the one. Then I need these to also be rotated. that to be the bottom. Then another stacking. Oh, whoops. Now, how am I going to get all the stuff in there? Probably from layer 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably going to be the easiest way, huh? So I need this cut in half. Probably easier to run my 2 layer 3 belts up there, huh? And then cut it on layer 3. So I need them there. And as long as the rotation is consistent to be the northern half, it literally doesn't matter what it is. What? Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is as long as that south side looks appropriate. And then that actually gets blue. That goes into the blue. Now that stuff on layer 1 goes away. Oh, actually, I want that to note my logic. And sure enough, that does give me that top section that I want. That's the half that I want. Now, the other half needs to go through this green line after getting stacked with this, half of this, or halves of this, I should say. Okay, now what do I want to do with these yellows? Well, as I said, I do need to do that stacking first. So I'll do that. Good enough. Duh. Now these will likely be not there. Okay, I need to cut. It's that same thing. What? I only wanted this layer. Oh, it was layer 3. Excuse me. Leapin'. Goodness, I hope I'm not wrong. Oh, God. Rotation. Yeah, I'm gonna rotate here. I need it to be bottoms. Okay. completely valid. This works. FYI. So that then goes into the crystallizer. Not necessarily a great path there, but I think I can finagle it. What? You see, I was expecting that to put it on the top, but no. It needs something on layer 2, as it turns out. It expects something on layer 2. Okay. Slight complication. But nothing I can't overcome. I just need a layer 2 piece on my trash. I need a corner on the trash. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Actually, I don't need 2 of you. Stacking. So now this will matter. Maybe. I'm sorry, what? Oops. So that's still showing. Just refresh all of it. Interesting that it's showing 3 different pieces, including different orientations. I don't think it matters. Just as long as there's at least one corner in that trash, because that's where it's going to get cut through, and that's where the green is going to disappear. From there, I need to stack the white half and the double trash. The other double. Yeah. So what is now going to be the best way of going about this? So we've got the whites. Coming out there. Yeah. I want to stack those half whites. So I need the other 2 stack over here. The what? No, go away. You don't go there. I'm freeing up a little space here, layer 2. there. So now I gotta get these cut, rotated, I guess, for rights. What? Huh. Oh. Autosave is autosaving. So it's just a matter of running logistics now, I think. Generally. I have to get him there. Great. Well, layer 3. Okay, that gives me that, and then that will stack on this after rotation, I guess. What I need to rotate this to, so that the white side is matching with the yellow. Stacking. Whoops. Well, this is definitely a very complex factory. Credit where it's due, this one is complex. Now, with all those different iterations, everything needs to get sent to those blue crystallizers in the end. Whoops. Oh boy, and then the great swappening. Need more of that. Such a good crystallizer layout. Well, yeah. I built this a while back. Just a linear array for the crystallizers. No. They get fed like that. I need rotation. Rotate first. Up. Yes. Oh. This is not the one I need to rotate. Just, you know, the mechanics of how this swaps. Excuse me. Huh. Well, that ain't it. Why is it killing the blue? What? I'm confused. Why is it breaking this blue? I actually just, I do not understand. I genuinely do not understand. Why is that blue breaking? That blue is not touching the green or any other crystal. So why is it breaking? It's not supposed to break. I'm sorry, but that's not how the mechanic is described. That is in no way even remotely close to how the mechanic is described. Why is it so many clicks to get here? It says all connected crystals on the same upper and lower shape layers. Cutting will shatter, destroying all connected crystals. Which, yes, those are connected. They're touching each other. And here, it distinctly shows what I'm doing right now. This is what I'm doing, and it's not working. This is literally what I'm doing. On this side, that's what I'm doing. That green piece is not touching that blue piece. Oh! Unfortunately, I know what it's doing. And that sucks that that's what it's doing. I know exactly what it's doing. And that completely fucks this whole setup I've got for this. It's cutting the green, but then there's nothing underneath layer 3 and 4. I see exactly what's happening here. So when it cuts it and when it breaks that green layer, all of a sudden there's nothing underneath. So it's falling, and it's breaking the crystal because it fell. It considers it as falling. You see how the white is now here on layer 2 instead of being on layer 3? I really don't understand why that's the behavior. This is an error of initial rotation. I think. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm swapping this side and this side, when what I actually need to be swapping is this side and this side. Yeah. That actually matters here. We can't do this side from this side separate. It has to be top this and this. This and this. It must be this and this. So that this layer 3 stays attached to an item that, or has an item under it to prevent it from falling. Yep, I didn't think of that. But I now understand the issue. It definitely complicates things, yes. Because now I do have to use the red quads. I have to use red quads rather than red halves. Most of it stays the same. This rotation changes. So the initial rotation of this thing is what needs to change. Yeah, and that changes... excuse me. Oh. What does that alone do to the final output? It's not reflected. Alright, it's gonna make me have to wait for the whole thing to propagate before it updates. That's a little weird. So it's still ending up with the same thing, but it's on a different rotation, basically. Because the red positioning isn't correct. It's unfortunate that red is layer 2. Actually, if I'm doing this swap, I only need the half here to be green. It's not actually as complicated as I was making it, because this section is what needs to be green. And only that section of it Hello, Dolly. She has returned. But if I'm doing this half and this half separately, that would mean I would need to double the green. Crap. Oh well. Yeah, I am going to need to deal with the quarters. Autosave is autosaving. Alright. The sad-ish part is, well, I need to reroute these here that are currently on layer 3. Not exactly certain if I need to modify how I work with those. I need all these to be a consistent rotation, and I need to determine exactly which corner it is going to need to go in. So for this piece, well, the reds all go into the squares, so I need that to be from this orientation, the bottom right. One belt, two belt, three belt, four belt. I'm gonna have to do this over here. And then the rotation will be different. Going on to the other piece. Why are you not updating? There you go. Right. If I'm splitting it this way, I need to run it through green first. Give me my crystal build. Autosave is autosaving. We may just have one more stream of this. In reality. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's this? Monitor. I'm just checking if my stream has been extended on me. The answer is no. Okay, though, there's Mr. Kitty. There's Mr. Cat. He's come to say hi. Ah, okay. Green. Yeah, I do. I do want it this way. Okay. This is the one I was working on. Though I guess I'll have to delete all the things. Yes, Mr. Kitty. Yeah, there's Ollie. So I haven't made adjustments to the other side yet, but... Oh yeah, it's not going to show me the... preview until I throw the other thing in. Which, remembering that it's still... Right. Even more complicated. Okay, so the stuff that's currently 4 layers... Yeah, that actually needs to be 3. And then I need more trash. Okay. This preview should be updated. What? This should update the preview because it's only 3 layers now. Then I need to, again, not travel that way quite yet, because now I need the trash cut in half. Rotated to the north. Stacked. How have I been? Realized I made a pretty big mistake. And we're just correcting that mistake now. It meant that things were differently complicated than they were on this final process. So, you know, just wasting time for no good reason. But I think we've got it now. I think we've got this now. Still don't understand why it doesn't have the preview. Oh, that would explain. Because I didn't do this right. Yeah, that's how it's done. Now I should get the proper preview. I believe that the final step is very not as hard. Is not as hard as this, but we shall see. All right. Ah, I'm still wrong. I'm still wrong. Oh, no, I take that back. The green on the other side will still get cut. Yeah. No, I'm still wrong. Lasai. Yeah, I don't actually need 3 layers. And what needs to come in here is 1. Ah, okay. One more change. And that's just for this side. The other side is actually identical. Any regrets on this GPU? Not really. I upgraded from a 1080 Ti. And I sold the 1080 Ti to help with offsetting the cost a little bit. To get the 4070. You're on a 1070 Ti? Yeah. On the one hand, though, on the one hand, the thing to consider right now is that 5000 series is just around the corner. It's soon. So, if you can wait, even if you were to go 40 series in the end, or 4000 series in the end, wait until 5000 series comes out. Honestly speaking, with a 1070 Ti, you probably should have gotten a 3000 series. But when is 5000 dropping? No one exactly knows. However, there's current specs rumored for the 5090, which is going to be a 600 watt card. Okay, that is what I wanted from that. So now... Huh? Why is my preview broken? Why is the preview busted? That's literally not possible. Ollie cat. Oh. Right. Yeah, so, these... with that, and, yeah, rather than any of that, I'm gonna need to do that white after. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that white stacking after. Which frees up that. God, this is just a little tedious. Was not expecting this to take 3 hours. Over 3 hours. Those will be the outputs. Okay, the next change is that these need to be stacked. All right, I don't need 4. Okay, that is precisely what's needed here. Okay, thank God. Now all I need to do is insert the red piece to the other half. This red here needs to be input or insert into this guy here. This one at some point in the process. In fact, where does it even need to go? Where are the other 2 lines? That way? Okay, so they're all there, huh? Okay. Autosave. You're not helping. Ah. Oh wait, yes, that. Why are you with a single tile on that second layer? What? Hold on. Why are you just a single... the what is going on here? No, that's not what I want. What am I? What? In the actual living F. I don't understand. Why did I do that? Why do I have a half like that? I shouldn't need that. Boogers. Okay. Starting from here. What was the point? So we have two halves that need to be completely identical to each other. So what I do to this thing first is put on the red corner, and then I put the single layer. So this needs to change completely. It doesn't really need to be rotated, but I'll keep it there anyway. It's just gonna be the halves. in the end, the regular halves. Autosave. You are very annoying. Yeah, the square is there. Now, how the hell am I going to run this? There we go. And so if this is all on layer 3 now, I don't actually need to do that leaping. Okay. Then I just gotta get him there. And then where does this get its half? Where is it coming from? There. Okay. That is that. Clean everything out. There it is. There's still one more thing. So, what I wanted to test... Oh, right, this is not everything. This is just one belt of output. I need 4 of that. Game? What did you do? Am I getting there? Layer 3. Oh boy. So then I need to play a little. I'm gonna pull that and that and be like, hey, if I rotate you, what do I get out? Wait, what? There you go. What's with this? Oh. Oops. Autosave. Yeah, that just puts it back the way it was. I'm going to have to modify the base piece that I'm working with. But how then am I gonna get the... red in the opposite corner? I'll have to change the position of the red as well, I think. It's just a couple of positioning swaps for that final piece. Now, we have reached the end, but I kinda want this to be the end. So I think I'm gonna go until we get the end. The last piece. And my thought for that last piece is in here where I'm making this. I'm gonna have to make that instead. Which... maybe a little more involved, or I bring in that piece as that piece. Where is it? I know I have it around here. There's one way up there that is that piece. Exactly. Ah. There. Getting here from here. Train. I don't really need that much, actually, but... Auto save! There. There. Ideally, it's just a replace in place. But I'll also need to change the red position on one of them. I think. We'll see. We shall see. Why does your throughput suck? What's with the throughput here? Don't know. It's recovering. So shiny. So shiny. But it's correct. We got it. We got there in the end. Did get there in the end. It's just then this thing that's the issue. Yeah, so it still has to be on the squares. So I will need to change where I put the red / the rotation of one of the reds so that it's matching on squares. On square tiles. And then change the blue to magenta. And that is theoretically it. I won't know until I see it, basically. I just will not know with certainty until I see it. But I think it's how that should work. It will replace these 4 lines with these 4 lines, which I guess I can actually start pulling down. How does it cut it? Oh, well, first it rotates it, so that's a thing. 90 degrees. It doesn't change. Alright, it'll put the square in the top right. So then when it cuts it, it'll have square in top right and square in bottom left. So it's this one that flips. It's this one that flips. And this one adds its red here. It's this guy. Wait. No. Yeah, it's this. These. These. Yeah. So it's this one that I will need to change the red's rotation. So I'll need to change this rotation to, instead of this bottom left, to the bottom right for the last step. Another operator level. Goodness gracious. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. And you know, the camera is like not straight looking at me. Now the camera's straight looking at me. And then the background is all off because everything is off around here. I guess my desk, yeah, that's it. It is the desk itself. The very desk itself is sitting at an angle. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Now the camera's looking a little bit straighter at me in terms of the left right. It's sort of still like crooked, and I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe the table's not sitting straight that way either. Oh, there's a cat on the floor. I got Mr. Ollie Cat next to me on the ground. I've been considering changing the other camera, this camera position, to be above. Actually, further above. Above and beyond. I have to figure out the length of that cable it's attached to for the video part of it. So basically, this camera right here, it's an actual camera, Canon Rebel T3, the EOS Rebel T3, not the I, just the T3 DSLR camera, and I have a I do not have a battery in it. I have a insert that powers it by a plug that's able to plug into it. It basically just takes the DC voltage from that would have been output by the battery and just attaches it to a couple of pins where the contacts are inside. So it's like, okay, and just a little barrel plug inside of the little device that just looks the shape of the battery. So it's able to be always powered without having to worry about the battery being in there. And separately, it has a cable, a mini USB, not a micro USB, mini USB, the one that has the bigger hole on it, the one for the PS3 era controllers had that connector. Yeah, so it's got that. It's not that high of throughput, so the video quality, like resolution, is not huge on it, but it functions. And I'm only able to do it because Canon decided to release firmware, or release, stuff to put on your computer to make it work in this way. They did that because of, the thing that happened in 2020 that made everyone have to be at home for a long time. Canon was like, oh hey, yeah, you can use our cameras for video for all the Zoom meetings you have to do. Here's some software that'll help it do that with all of our cameras. It's like, sweet. I can use that for streaming as CatCam. I can use that for CatCam. But I've got a bar attached to my desk that can hook up to the bottom of the camera. It's a screw-in mount for the camera. So I could have that above the monitor pointed here, because I figured the current position is too close to the cats. It's a little close. So whenever they show up, so then you can get more overhead view. It's just right now on that bar I've got a grasper device for the phone, so I can like stick my phone in it and record video on my phone with that as the camera mount, basically. Don't know if I really need, because I've got the horizontal bar plus an extension that can go vertical. It's on a ball mount swivel. So there's this other extendo part of it. And then the actual other, the very end, is on another ball pivot point, so I've got some degrees of freedom there for movement and positioning. It's just I think I won't use that extension with the big camera. So the big camera's heavy. I don't know about having it on that extension. And it's a bit too long. Yeah, it's a bit long. As it stands, I think that it's just the horizontal part is a bit too high to begin with. But anyway, that's just thoughts I've had. I think I'm gonna like move it just a little bit to the right and have it pointed like down this way at the cat spot where they like to hang out when they come up to say hi. Well, we're at 8-6. There's 9, and there isn't another one on its way. 9, 10. All right, so we're at the 10, which I think is actually 11,000. So I think we just need one more. Pretty sure we need one more. Because it's... how much each? It's... 1,080. Oh. So the next one will be 10,800. This one would be 11,960. Great, so I do need one more after it. Or 880, excuse me. Great. So one more after this one. Didn't know it was exactly like 1080. Yeah, 10.8. That one's going to be 11.88. So there's still one more. Once it moves that one more, I will swap everything, transfer everything. Almost there. We're almost there. Come on, package. You can do it. There it goes. All right. Trim that for now. So what do I need to do here? I need to change the rotations so that it's bottom right. And then over here, get rid of that. Then that. Beautiful magenta, that is done. Why no preview? There's the preview, and that is the thing. That was so much easier than the step 3. Oh my goodness, that was so much easier than step 3. Like this, I fundamentally understand how to get to here from the previous step. Like getting here from previous step, so easy, so simple. Particularly when you actually have the pre-made shape to start with and are rotating it correctly to begin with. Here, just understanding the system. But yeah, that was big. That was large. I'm using all 9 of these squares, by the way. I'm using yeah, all 9 of them. No longer need blue at all. So now it's just a matter of it propagating through and giving 20,000 of the stuff, and it's done. So now we can just hang out, I guess. I guess we can just hang out. That is that, as they say. I mean, I guess technically. So, how does one pin these? And like if I wanted to make more of a previous milestone, how do I pin a previous milestone? Like any of this operator level stuff, I sort of need to be able to pin Why you know let me pin these? There should be a pin for all 8 of these. Alright, well that's easy. 3-piece star with that. Yes, this is the thing. Just give me... Do I even need a platform? No, you don't. Hey, by the way, did you know that you could directly space belt or space pipe into a train loader? And I guess you could unload the same way. I just haven't had need really for it all that much. Anyway. Train stop. Train. Where's the vortex? Way down there. That goes to the vortex, yeah? Yeah. It's interesting, but I wonder how it works with the fluid system. Like, what is the limitation? Let me demonstrate somewhere where there's a larger thingy. Is that big enough? Probably not. So I have this little blueprint called full fluid space pipe. That's not the one. Actually, I don't think I have the real full thing. Where is it? So this. Find me a spot I can just plonk this. Okay, so right there. So this is a full throughput space pipe. This is a full throughput space pipe. So is this fluid loader capable of shoving in the actual full throughput, or is it limited by the belt launcher speed? Well, let me tell you, it sure as hell looks like it is in fact the full throughput of the space pipe. Well, that is done. So that was the thing. Yeah, it does look like it is the full throughput. Which is like 30... 5,400 per layer. per minute. That is 90 per second. So that would be 12 seconds per box. Per layer. Seems like it's about 12 seconds to fill in that box. So yes, the answer is yes. You can load the full throughput of the space pipe into the train station loader. Which makes it a little easier. I don't know. You're still always going to be limited by the catchers onto platforms. Property of Vortex Limited. Hold. Does that say hold or does it say hollow? Hold. Space path. It's a pipe, not a path, but whatever. Hey, there's our first delivery. Receiver. So, yeah, these are my problem with pipes. The fluid launchers and catchers that are limited to 1800 liters per minute. These are my biggest problem with space pipes. Is having to do this BS every single time you need to move between platforms. Because even if I was able to do what I just did over here, like, even though I can do that, wherever the hell that got off to here, even though I can do this, and like get it onto a train at the full pipe throughput, I can't then get it off of the train at that full pipe throughput, or / onto platforms at that full pipe throughput without needing 3 outputs. Like, in order to get this full pipe of throughput out and onto foundations, I need 3. It needs to be 3. There's 3 sets. There's 9 of these. There's 9 of these. It's got 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4 set, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 3 per layer. 3 per layer. 3 per layer. And you can output each layer. So you need 9 catchers. Those are not pipe catchers, but you get the point. How it goes on is how it must come off eventually. Though you can use a rail in the middle. Yep, it's offloading at the correct rate without being limited by the catchers and launchers. Ah, they missed a trick here with like showing the actual color that's coming in, but I guess it's only on that one part, not all 3 layers. I'd hope that one day they change the graphics of this so that it's actually looking like fluids. Well, another bot. So yeah, this is full throughput, but this is not. Yeah. Really wishing that they fix this. Because there's no real point to this part at all if you have to, like, work it in this way to get the output. If you need 3 things, if you need to occupy 3 of your connections on a foundation. I mean, if you're like doing a bus type setup or like a rail bus type setup with a whole bunch of access to colors that you just pull off as needed, bearing in mind those limitations, I guess it's fine. It's just, this is not a game set up to work well in that way. It doesn't work well in that way. Also, we apparently have some throughput issues. I'm not going to bother troubleshooting those throughput issues. I'm gonna be honest. It's a issue of some belts being longer than others. I'm just looking for pauses. Yeah, that one's pausing. I'll clear all of them. That should help with the bottom here. Or with this guy. Still? Autosave is autosaving. Gee, how long do I have to wait if this was actually full throughput? It's 180 times 4, 20,000, 50 minus 5,400 divided by 720. There's another 20 minutes. Great. There's another 20 minutes of this. I don't think the game does anything when it ticks over, so I think I'm just gonna call it. I think I'm just gonna call it, because, yeah, just at this point, it's just waiting for it to officially tick over. We may slowly, like, watch it in another stream, but I consider it done. Or I may, like, off-screen wait until, like, I can push the button, and when I start next time, we'll push the button and move on to the next scenario, which would be hexes. We're working on hexes next time. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Shibuda. If you've enjoyed the stream, this hard scenario series, do all the social stuff down below. I'll be starting a new playlist for the hex scenario, and we'll get to see what that's all about when we meet again on Tuesday. I hope to see you all then.